Part 24 of Haunted by Chuck Palahniuk. So Mr. Whittier just finished his little announcement to the stage, and now we go into this written word that I believe he produced. And here's the story. The story opens up in a future, in a world that is not the present. The first character we meet is Larry, this teenage goth kid, in the vehicle with his parents and his sister Eve and their little dog. They're going on a road trip. But where? Nobody knows. The parents just said, get in the car, we're gonna go somewhere, and the moods are high. The mom cracks open this government-issued pamphlet on death and the art of dying, different ways to die. The vibes are weird. And the story goes on further to explain that in this societal realm, death is no longer misunderstood. In our reality here, death is something kind of taboo and not really talked about. We are so focused on living, that living is the fashion statement. Living is everything. But in little subgroups like myself and all like the punk kids, the goth kids, the emo kids, all the people that are like kind of have a respect for death and just like, ooh, death is edgy. In this society, death is no longer edgy and misunderstood. In fact, death is the new life. Death is a statement of the ages. In fact, that death is now its own cult. Society has brainwashed human beings all across the world that you need to die, and your souls will be lifted into Venus, the planet Venus, for an eternal party. All of our souls are going to Venus. It's going to be a party. It's going to be a lit time. Everyone needs to die so that your souls can reincarnate into this planet, because this planet is pain and it's suffering and everybody is sad and miserable and you know, there's starvation and the economy is trash. Everything dies and death is great. They call this emigration. Is moving your living souls into Venus. It is a cult, and the government is pushing people to be eradicated. Pretty much they have formed the art of emigration into a narrative of we have to wipe out all humans because the population is so big and so dense that we are running out of resources. And we're taking up so much space. There are too many stupid people on this planet that if we can just wipe them out, we can, tell people that their souls are going to be recycled, and that if we can just leave like a couple worthy breeding people on this world, we can repopulate the world, have our souls be recycled, and we can live in brand new vessels, in brand new bodies, and in a more clean and sustainable world. And literally the narrative of this world is to eradicate stupid people. And the author does an amazing job of really describing the governmental disdain for hicks or hillbillies, people with very low IQ, deformity. You can see where I'm going. Skin color, tribe, ethnicity. If you fit a specific narrative, you are worthy of living. Everyone else can just get wiped away. It described that this is the world order, that they went from country to country and they emigrated entire countries. Australia was the first one to be more than okay with emigrating first. They bombed the shit out of Australia and other countries. Canada, gone. Nobody left in Canada. Australia, boom, doesn't exist. Oh, fuck Tasmania, she's gone too. You got Africa, Asia, everywhere. Parts of the US are being picked off. And if you refuse to emigrate, die. There is emigration assistance squads, which are these people in white cloaks, not those white cloaks, but white flowing cloaks with these painted white, huge machine pew-pews that will pick you off. There is a 3-type category in people who need to be removed first, to like priority, type 1 or type A to B and C. Attractive, breedable, very fine women between the ages of 14 and 30 must get removed first, on site. If you're driving to work or you're driving to school, you're gone. You're gone. because we see you, you're gone. Class B is less attractive, semi-breedable women. Boom. Second priority. Type C is men, period. Men. They're trying to control population increase. And in this crazy world of emigration, supermarkets are now selling emigration assistance packs, which are these lemon and cherry flavored giant cyanide tablets. And they come in family packs. They sell them now behind where all the cigarettes and alcohol, because people were taking them off the shelves and taking them in the store property, and now they've created a system where it'd be really great if you guys weren't emigrating in store property. If you could just do that across the street, that'd be great. But now schools are left empty, the streets are left empty. One by one around Larry and Eve's home, their neighbors are no longer around. You can smell them decaying in their house. It's desolate and it's a really weird future. Larry is just reflecting in the vehicle about his friends and a girl that he had a fling with, and how his old gal pal was forced emigration by her parents. They drugged her cereal in the morning and he is left alone. The last really, kind of goth, edgy kid who actually wanted to live out of spite, since living is the new, edgy choice. He's like, fuck, I guess I'm gonna be alive then. I'm gonna choose to live because fuck all of you. But now he's going on this road trip, and their mother, Janice, cracks open this really thick pamphlet about dying, and she begins reading about carbon monoxide poisoning and what it does to your body. Again, in this world, the government and world leaders really are trying to narrow down the population to the most suitable of contestants. And they really, really harp on, Mr. Chuck Palahniuk keeps going back to how much the world and the living folk despise really low IQ people. Because God forbid, if your soul were to be recycled in a backwoods somewhere with these people, if your parents were just really, IQ of a hamburger type people, I wouldn't want to do that, says world leaders. Ugh. Absolutely not. I am worthy of realistic, intelligent folk. So they're really trying to make sure they don't want to be reincarnated in somewhere like, I don't know, the book says some pretty horrific things, like, I don't want my soul to be reincarnated in a rice paddy, or in a truck, or somewhere in the outback, or in the US with gun-toting, teeth-missing people. Book words, not mine. It is absolutely insane. So while they're in the vehicle, the car fills with smoke. They're actually not going anywhere. The car is running, and they are all emigrating collectively as the mom is reading this pamphlet about what your body does when you breathe in these fumes from your vehicle. Larry smoked so much cannabis that he isn't even registering what's going on. He's just eating popcorn because the father brought a bunch of snacks to really make it seem like, we're going on a field trip. We're going to go on a road trip. We're going out. Here's a bunch of snacks. Larry, stop feeding the dog cheese popcorn. Stop doing that. The dog is with them. The dog is emigrating. Does the dog die? No. Larry, absolutely bloodshot and feeding the dog popcorn, just vibe. The dog eventually throws up all the popcorn. Everyone is getting a little loopy from the fumes, and Eve is just like, oh no, Larry, your dog threw up everywhere. I'm gonna go take him outside real quick. And the mom's like, all right, Eve, we'll be really quick because we don't want to miss you at the grand opening at the party in Venus. Just be quick. And Eve just, yeah, I'll be right back. Grabs the dog, leaves the car, shuts the